So version 1.4 is finally here and a ton of people are super excited. Now obviously this might be a couple of days later just due to scheduling on my videos, but I just really wanted to talk about the update that I just played, which obviously I played live on my stream. Now obviously version 1.4 has been a very anticipated update for one big reason being Camellya. Now a ton of people have been really wanting Camellya. Obviously she is such a great character in terms of design, in terms of her overall gameplay, and even more. Now I'll get into more of that as we go on through this video, but in this video I just wanted to give you my overall thoughts about version 1.4, kind of give it a rating, and just kind of yap about it for a little bit, because this is what I do with pretty much every single version. I just wanted to give you a good in-depth look into how well Wuthering Waves has done, especially for my first day of playing this update, and what they could improve on, what they did well, and just other stuff in general. But before I get into this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and also go to my more channel. We actually have a ton more content out there. I got a ton of React content, including my pulls that I did for Camellya, so I definitely recommend going over there. It'll be down in the link in the description below, so I definitely recommend going over there. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs so that we can actually get full monetization on there, so yeah, go check it out, and I will see you guys over there. But let's get back into the video. So yeah, as I said, whenever I was playing version 1.4, what I did was mainly the Camellya story, and also my pulls for Camellya and trying her out. Now, obviously, I'm still yet to play the Lolo's kind of stuff with Lumi and everything like that, and including the elusive realm. So I'm going to definitely give you my other opinion, on that kind of half of the update in a future video. But I just wanted to talk about the Camellya story and Camellya overall, because this is where a lot of the hype's attention has been brought to. Now, obviously, the story itself was absolutely amazing. I actually made this post on my Twitter saying, I just finished the Camellya story, and as always, I'm going to yap about it. That said, I've had a few hours to kind of think it through, and I definitely think it was a very solid story for Wuthering Waves, which, yeah, I think it was very solid. I think Wuthering Waves did a good job with her story, and I don't think there was anything too bad in it to make it one of those stories where it's like, oh, okay, maybe they could have, improved that a ton more. There was obviously room for improvement with certain aspects of the story, but I definitely think it was good overall and that a lot of people could enjoy it. Now, obviously enjoyed a lot of the aspects of Camellya being in there, and let's just say Kuro Games do know what they're doing. Obviously, with Camellya's actual character design, bro, it was insane. A lot of the lines that she was saying was so perfectly calculated by Wuthering Waves and, Kuro Games to make you kind of, have that kind of attraction, I would say. I think that, they definitely tried to play into that a lot more, which, again, I can see a lot of people not liking. But on my side, obviously I play gacha games a ton, so I did kind of enjoy, those kind of lines and a lot of the kind of poses and stuff they had Camellya doing. So, again, I definitely think this was a very good story for her. And I did enjoy the overall look into her backstory and everything like that, and also the alternate kind of dimension stuff. Now, obviously, there was quite a bit about Rover, which I know people like Ryuku didn't really like the involvement of Rover in a lot of these stories. But to be honest, I don't think it's too bad. I think that, Rover actually made sense in being in the story. Now, I do agree in the previous story with the Shorekeeper, which is something that we can, compare it to. I think that, the Rover was a little bit too involved in that one, and she or he has been involved in the story quite a little bit too much in the past. But I think with, Camellya, I think they were involved, the right kind of amount, while also, being there for an actual reason, because obviously, they have this past together and stuff like that. And obviously, as usual, Kuro Games were cooking a ton with the cutscenes and the music for a lot of this. I think this is what got people very excited. Obviously, with the alternate kind of timelines and stuff, we got to see different versions of Camellya that maybe we wouldn't have seen in the game previously, including this one that is on my screen right now. Again, I think it is really cool. I do hope that they do add this kind of casual version of Camellya as a kind of skin on the shop. It would be very cool, and it seems like they are kind of gearing up to adding skins to the game. Obviously, as we saw, they added weapon skins to the game recently with the whole elusive realm stuff, so maybe they're going to add skins for the actual characters, and this might be the start of it in the future, maybe in version 2.0. I would really like to see that, and obviously a lot of you guys in the comments have been saying that you really want to see skins too, so that is something that they could improve on in the future, maybe adding these to the game. Maybe they're kind of building up a storage of a ton of these so that they can release them at a kind of sensible schedule. And I also said in the story itself, I really enjoyed the fact that Camellya was having an internal struggle rather than it being some big bad villain that, the Rover had to take out or something like that, which we have seen in the past. I think, Camellya kind of struggling within herself was actually much better, and then it kind of proves you don't need some, other person in the story to kind of make it make sense. I definitely think that a lot of this was just built inside of Camellya's head and built in Camellya's kind of backstory. We never really went that far in terms of the story, which I think is totally fine. Now, obviously for Camellya and her character herself, as in the, playable version of her character, it was really enjoyable. I mean, this is only the first day of me playing it, and I had a ton of fun with her. She hits a ton of damage. and she's not even fully leveled up yet. So I definitely recommend, if you guys do want a good, damage dealer that is super fun, especially in gameplay, Camellya is definitely the one to be getting, because again, she pairs up super well with a lot of free-to-play characters, including like Sanhua, and also you could use Verena if you wanted to. Now, my current team for Camellya is Sanhua, Shorekeeper, and also Camellya, which again, I think is a perfect team for her. And I've been hitting 6-figure damage like all the time, and it's absolutely insane. So I definitely think that Kuro Games have done a very good job with her playable character there, and I hope that we can see more characters like that in the future. Because I think in the past with characters like the Shorekeeper, I was a little bit less interested in building them, and I didn't really care, like, I would log in, kind of do some of my, wave plate stuff to get my stuff for the Shorekeeper, and then kind of log out. Whereas with Camellya, I'm actually like actively playing the game a ton. Yesterday, I played the game for a couple of hours and just like went around trying to find the right echoes for her and stuff like that, which I think was much more fun than the previous update. So I definitely think there's going to be a lot more people, pulling on this banner, which hopefully should see a boost in the revenue for the game, because I think Camellya is going to be one of the best-selling banners. And if she isn't, I'm going to be absolutely shocked that she hasn't actually sold that well, because again, if she doesn't boost up the revenue numbers at all, I definitely think there's something going on there. But again, we'll have to wait and see what kind of happens with that, and see if, App Magic can actually release some more data about that. But overall, she is a very, very good character, which is good to see, and Wuthering Waves are definitely going in the right track. Now, I'm not going to go through all of these patch notes here, but they also released a ton of different patches to the game, which again, just proves how much that Kuro Games is working behind the scenes to kind of improve a lot of stuff. Now, again, I'm not going to read out all of these. There is so much, including, there's a lot of stuff to do with banners and banners being added, but also there's just some hot fixes and just some quick fixes to some of the game, which I definitely think is a good thing. I think, you got, fixed an issue, fixed an issue, fixed an issue. There is so much where they fixed, and I definitely think that is a good thing for Wuthering Waves in general, because it means that, Kuro Games know what these issues are, they're pinpointing them, and then they're rectifying them in a new update, which again is something that we haven't seen from other games for a while. Now, obviously there are some games that do fix a lot of their bugs, but there are still games out there that don't, and it's really, really refreshing to see this happening with Kuro Games and stuff, and I hope that they continue to do so, and I'm sure that they probably will do so. But again, as you can see here, it's a ton of different kind of updates and stuff like that they've added in the patch notes, so that is really, really good to see, and it kind of proves overall that this update hasn't been like a filler update or anything like that. This is definitely one of these kind of main updates, despite the main story being, a companion story, which again, obviously isn't actually the main story, it's just a story about Camellya, but it being so good, I definitely think that proves that Kuro Games do have the ability to tell a really good story. And if I was to rate the overall story out of 10, which I see a lot of people have been doing, I would give it around a 7.5 for the Camellya story. I think that, it was very, very decent. I think there could be a better story out there, and obviously, this is just a companion story, so they're kind of limited to how much they can actually talk about outside. And I think that, some of the main story of Wuthering Waves probably will be better in the future, but it is a very good starting point for Kuro Games, and if they keep doing stuff like that for their companion stories, they are definitely going to be in my good books and a lot of other people's good books, because, again, it was a very, very good story, and it was very, very entertaining, which you would have seen over on my Twitch or even on my more channel, where I actually upload my full gameplay of the story and, give my whole thoughts and stuff on that. But yeah, overall, very, very good update. And finally, just to top it all off, they've actually added Twitch drops, which I just wanted to add kind of at the end here. Obviously, it's not the biggest on news, so I didn't want to separate this into a different video. Again, streamers can actually go and stream the update, which again, I think I was a little bit early to, so I kind of missed out on some of these Twitch drop stuff. But again, it is really cool to see. You get some free asteroid and also some other materials, which can help you to level up your Camellya. Obviously, it's not too much, but it's still something. And obviously, it helps out a lot of these streamers, which definitely proves that Wuthering Waves is trying to become a little bit more content creator orientated, especially in version 1.4. So again, all around, very, very good to see. I really, really enjoyed this update, and yeah, just let me know down in the comments what you guys thought. Did you guys enjoy the update, or do you think that it could have been improved on a little bit? Because again, I think the story was good, the characters were excellent. I think, a lot of the music and stuff that they've added to the game as well, really, really cool. And also a lot of the patches and, different kind of elusive realm stuff. I think the elusive realm stuff, although I haven't played it, I've heard a lot of people say it's very, very good, especially once you get into it. So I'm very, excited, and I'm very looking forward to actually getting into that and playing it. I will be playing that on stream, so if you guys want to go watch that, I definitely suggest going over to my Twitch, which again will be down in the link in the description below. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys thought about it, and yeah, I'm just very interested. But yeah, that's about all I got for this video, and if you did enjoy it, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And as I said, go over to my more channel, there's going to be a ton more content over there, And yeah, you'll be able to see my reactions to a lot of the stuff that went on, including my Camellya pulls, you know, the story overall, you know, a lot of the trailers to do with Camellya, and also just my reactions to other Wuthering Waves videos that are going on in the community as well. So yeah, go over there, give it a check out, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya!